1MDB still has 32.3 billion ringgit of outstanding debt. In a statement released today, 1MDB said two US dollar-denominated bonds with a value of $3.5 billion or 14.7 billion ringgit, with coupon rates of 5.75% and 5.99% per annum, will mature in 2022, while another with a value of $3 billion or 12.6 billion ringgit, with a coupon rate of 4.4% per annum, will mature in 2023. Its last remaining debt is a 5 billion ringgit sukuk with a 5.75% per annum profit rate maturing in 2039. The total of bonds or sukuk principal and coupon or profit to be paid till maturity are 40.51 billion ringgit. 1MDB stressed in the statement that the recovery of assets remains a key priority. It said a special task force has been set up by the Ministry of Finance to assist in the process. This task force includes representatives from 1MDB, the Attorney General's Chambers, the Securities Commission, Bank Negara, the National Anti-Financial Crime Centre, the Police, the MACC and the National Centre for Governance, Integrity and Anti-Corruption. 1MDB said legal counsels have also been appointed to assist in its civil action. These legal counsels are remunerated based on a pre-agreed time cost and not based on commission or a percentage of the value of settlements or assets recovered. The Kuala Lumpur High Court has fixed May 20th to hear Datuk Seri Najib Razak's application to compel the government to provide banking documents of firms controlled by Bank Negara ex-Governor Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Akhtar Azeez's family and Loh Teck Joe. The documents are deemed crucial to Najib's defence in his ongoing 1MDB tenor criminal trial. According to Mardia Siraj, a lawyer from Messrs Shafi & Co., Justice Colin Lawrence Sekera had during case management told the prosecution to file its reply by April 26th to Najib's affidavit, which is intended to support his discovery application. She said Sekera also instructed the prosecution and defence to file their respective written submissions on May 17th, prior to the May 20th hearing. Bank statements aside, Najib's lawyers are also seeking declarations of the identities of the company's beneficial owners and registers of members and directors of the companies. They are also demanding access to the correspondence between the banks and the companies in respect of their transactions. Maybank has come forward as a third party to contest the government's forfeiture on about 16 million ringgit from the wife and children of former Tabung Haji chairman Datuk Seri Abdul Azeez Abdul Rahim and their family-linked firm. Of the 16 million ringgit in cash and assets, Maybank is trying to contest the forfeiture of a shop lot near Sunway Geo Avenue in Subang Jaya. However, the value of the shop lot is not known. Justice Datuk Muhammad Jamil Hussain set June 29th to hear the government's application to forfeit the 16 million ringgit from Abdul Azeez. The prosecution had named Abdul Aziz's wife, Khatijah Muhammad Noor, his sons Muhammad Khairul Anwar and Muhammad Khairul Azman, daughters Khalida Azwa and Khalida Azira, and family-linked company Azira Management Consultants Malaysia as respondents in the case in a bid to recover the 16 million ringgit. The money is said to have been kept in their Tabung Haji accounts and frozen since December 2018. The Malaysian Automotive Association currently has no plans to apply for an extension of the country's automotive sales tax exemption. However, its president Datuk Aisyah Ahmad says the association will discuss the matter and try to apply for the extension later. Under the National Economic Recovery Plan, the sales tax exemption was extended until June 30th. Aisyah said in MAA's press conference today that the association is optimistic about car sales volume growth this year. The sales tax exemption in the first half aside, lower interest rates for car loans and the rollouts of new vehicle models are expected to spur the market. Still, Aisyah said, sales will likely be better in the first 6 months of the year due to Penjana. MAA is keeping its 2021 vehicle sales target of 570,000 units against the 529,324 recorded in 2020. The World Bank trimmed its GDP growth projection for Malaysia to 6% in 2021 from 6.7% earlier. This is to take into account the recent increase in COVID-19 infections, political uncertainty, and slower than expected vaccine rollouts in advanced economies. In a new report released today, the World Bank said growth in Malaysia is expected to be supported by gradual strengthening of domestic demand, following the vaccine deployment beginning from March, and a cautious improvement in external demand. But the strength and timing of its economic recovery will depend largely on the timely availability of an effective mass vaccination program. The World Bank said in the Economic Update for East Asia and the Pacific Uneven Recovery released today that Malaysia's vaccination program is expected to cover at least 30% of the population by August. In the medium term, it said economic output is unlikely to return to the levels seen prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Additionally, it said domestic political uncertainty also poses near-term challenges to the economy, with the current state of emergency likely to dampen investors' confidence.